Hey everyone, big warm welcome to this week's masterclass. It's so cool to have everyone jumping on in that's live. And of course, for those of you that are watching the replay, we are including you in this energy. We feel like you're here already, which is absolutely awesome. So I'm excited for today's conversation. It's about money. Money, all money. We love money. We feel resistant around money. There's all sorts of emotions that pop up when we talk about the word money. And maybe from a self-conscious level, we know, we feel into it. We know how it makes us feel. Oh, there's things that I'm going to have to do in life in order to get it. Whatever the stories, whatever the beliefs are, as well as like all levels of consciousness are tuned in, right? All levels of consciousness. And we know that relative to our history and our ancestors, there's beliefs and things that are coming on through as well. So I've been having some cool conversations with incredible humans that are like, I really want to come to your retreat, but I just don't have the money. I really want to do your coaching, but I just don't have the money. I really want to do this thing in my business, but I just don't have the money. And so what I am passionate about with this conversation is really turning things around and looking at what are our solutions, because the focus is all about the money. And what I see is those that have true choices, they step into their true choices. I've got mine written out here, the 4 core orientational choices. Oh, that's gone blurry. And then my true choices, and what I find is a lot of people, because of their current circumstance, because of their current reality, their focus is mainly on their financial choice, and then have I gone blurry? And then their coaching choice or their business choice, the choice that they think is going to fix their problem relative to them not having the money right now. And it just looks blurry on my end, but maybe it's because I don't have my glasses on. But the truth is that money is going to come from all sorts of different ways, isn't it? It's not necessarily a coaching business. It's not necessarily a business or investments. There's all sorts of possible ways for it to come in. But what is happening is we are stopping that from happening. And it's not about the intentions that we set and the energy that we put out into the field. Okay, I'm not dissing that, but I'm saying it's not about that. It's not actually about that. So who would love to have more money? And why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Some people might be like, oh, no, I don't want more. I've got enough. I don't want more. But why wouldn't you want more? There's heaps of cool things that we can do. And wouldn't it just be fun to create it? Like, wouldn't it just be fun to create it? Seriously. It would be fun, right? Who's feeling like they're a bit stuck with creating more flow with money? Who's feeling that? Or who's feeling like they know that they want more, but they, you're just not there yet. You haven't created your fullest potential of abundance. And the truth is, none of us have created our full potential of abundance. We haven't. We absolutely haven't. So I know that I use this example really often, but I think it's such a good one. Well, actually, I know that it's such a good one, and this is why I think I had to go through it in order to to teach this in real way in real life. Last year in January, you all know it was extremely challenging. I was actually having a conversation with Miss Hannah Nyes last night, we caught up last night, and it was so cool having a chat to her. And anyway, we're chatting about things, and I was sort of talking in depth about January for me last year, and we have connected between then. But and January was really hard. It was really hard. There was hardly any money coming in. Money that was owed to me wasn't coming in. The bills were stacking up. There was a massive amount of guilt that I felt within my family, like my husband is so caring and loving and supportive, and here I am going out and taking this big leap of faith, and then we're in struggle. And what I was doing in that moment in time, I was trying to fix it. I was like, holy heck, I need to fix this. I need to fix this situation, this circumstance, this current reality. And so that's all that my focus was. Here's my current reality. I need to fix it. This is my circumstance. I need to fix it. And it was this continual being like in this whirlwind of fixing. And what changed was when I changed my focus. Because I was focusing on the money that I didn't have. I was focusing on how things weren't coming together. And when I changed my focus and I looked at the relationship that I was building in January relative to money and really looked at it as like, this is not serving me. What does serve me? Being of service to others. What does serve me? Being in the end result of my choices. All of my choices. That's what serves me. And that's what serves all of us. And just before I jumped on this call, I was like, money is what? What do you see money as? Type it in the chat box. What do you see money as? Because I Googled it out of interest just to see what Google was going to tell me, just to get a bit of an idea of what people, we know that when people are, I've just turned my phone on, and of course all these notifications are coming through. But what come up, and it was really interesting. I took a snapshot of it actually. When you type in money is, the first thing that comes up, money is the root of all evil. Money is not everything. Money is everything. Money is energy. Now, we know that these sayings are around. We know that, we know that it's energy. We know all of that. And yet how much of that are we still holding on to in our consciousness that allows us to stay stuck? Yeah. See, it's interesting that money is freedom and choice, because we do have freedom and choice even without money. And not putting anything in the wrong, but it's just like, I just love having this conversation and how interesting it is, our perception of money and what we're continually putting out there of how we see it. It means serving my wants, choices and freedom. Yeah. So I clicked on money is the root of all evil, and I thought, I just want to kind of get a little bit of an essence of what that means as far as Google's concerned. And it says money is the root of all evil. It's a proverb. It means that an excessive focus on money can lead to greed and harmful actions. The phrase is a warning against prioritizing money over important values such as honesty, integrity, and compassion. The Bible makes it clear that sin is in the root of all evil, not money. So it's interesting, isn't it? So the verse is not writing against accumulating wealth, but rather against putting money above people. And I find that interesting too, because is it that we put money above people? And here's the truth. I know you'll say, no, I put people before money. But I want you to consider this. If you're putting people before money, why are you so focused on the money as opposed to getting out there in the world and serving people? So money is coming before people if you're allowing your resistance to hold you back from being your truest expression and being in your greatness and genius and sharing your innate wisdom to the world. Interesting, isn't it? That just come to me as I was reading that. It's interesting. So no wonder we feel like we're in this inner turmoil around money. Because when we're focusing on the money, we're not focusing on being of service to others. You see, money is just a thing. Yeah, nice. I love that. Love that. Money is just a thing. It's simply a measurement. Money measures value. Money doesn't care about your vibration. You know, money doesn't care if you're a good person. Money doesn't care if you're perfect. Money doesn't care if you're insecure. There are a lot of people out there that are super wealthy that do bad things. Money is just a thing, simply a measurement. And yet we hold our relationship with money more than it's just a thing. We hold an energy to it. We hold beliefs to it. So I'm going to ask you a question. What is your ideal situation when it comes to money? I want you to close your eyes and just think about that. What's your ideal situation when it comes to money? How much do you make? How much time do you put in? What do you do? And when you've got it, come back and type it in the chat box. If you want to, you know. But how much money, you know, your ideal situation when it comes to money, how much money are you making? How much time do you put in? What is it that you're doing? And if you don't want to type it in, that's okay. Just let me know when you've got it. Let me know when you've got it. Give me a number 1 in the chat box when you've got it. When you're connected into your ideal situation when it comes to money. You know, isn't it even interesting? Isn't it interesting that some of us, and like, no judgment, this is just just out of matter of interest, isn't it? Oh, I can't tell other people. what would be my ideal situation. Some people might think I'm greedy, or some people might question that I'm not saying that I want enough. Isn't that interesting in itself? So, why do you want that? I want you to be honest. Why do you want that? Why do you want that amount of money? Why do you want it? Why do you want it? More freedom. Freedom in what? What does freedom mean? Why do you want this amount of money? Because everything will be taken care of, give me peace of mind. I was gonna say, Brie, I was like, what does that mean? Security? I've never heard of that one. Security. But security in what? To land bank, family, help others, be able to make a difference in the world. You know, I hate to break it to you, but the only right answer is that you want it just because you want it. Just because I want to. Just because I want to create $1 million a year. Just because I want to create that. Because any other answer isn't going for what it is that you want. You see, you want to create charities, or you want to travel, or you want to have a coaching business, or you want to write a book, or you want to go on a date night 5 nights a week. You want to travel first class. Like, those are the things that you actually want, right? And yet our focus is, I need to get the money in order to have that thing. Tricked you. Julie says, tricked us, gotcha. But you see, and this is where we get tied up in the money equals freedom. And yes, I mean, you could argue both sides of that, right? I get it. Like, I totally get it. But the truth is, when you're choosing what it is that you want and why you want it, the only ever answer is just because I want to. Because otherwise, we're trying to have that thing for some other purpose. And it's important to understand negative choice setting. You want freedom, I mean, you want the money for the freedom to help others. It's a negative choice, it's a negative goal. Because if it's to help others, then that's the actual choice. So it's like, I want this to create that, then that's actually not that is not a true choice. That is a negative choice. So what do you actually desire? In your perfect situation, what feels good to you? In your perfect situation, what feels good to you? Like, mine at the moment is like, 400,000 a year, like, net personal income. So that's after everything's been paid for, in the business, whatever. That's mine. So what is it that you actually desire? Not why and what you do with it. It's just like, yeah, it would, like, to me, that would just be fun to create. Why not? How does it feel when you choose it for no other reason? And do you notice that difference when it's like, yeah, it would just be fun to create that. I'm not in my mind thinking, how am I going to create it? Oh my gosh, I'm not good enough and this and that. Yeah, it feels free because you're choosing to create that money for no other reason. And it is free and it is relief because there's nothing connected to it. And this is what we want for all of our choices. We choose them just because, not for any other reason. Not choosing money because it's then going to pay the bills and give me the freedom to be able to travel and do this and do that. No. And as I said, as I began this call, a lot of conversations are coming in around not being in in the freedom of just creating money. Because the relationship and the focus is all wrong. The focus is on fixing. The focus is on the money instead of being in the end result of your choices. Choosing to create money just because. Choosing to have your coaching business just because. Choosing to be of service just because. Choosing to travel the world. Choosing to write the book just because. And you're right, it gives this beautiful sense of freedom. When we're focused on our current reality and our current circumstances, what do we know about this? Where we go, there we are. When we're focusing on something, we are creating that, and we're going to continue to create it. Like last year, my focus in January, shit, I've got no money coming in, or very little. I have these bills to pay, these people that aren't paying me what they said they were going to, all of this stuff. And so I wasn't in the end result of all my choices. If I was in the end result of all my choices, and I can't remember what the wording of my choice relative to my true nature and purpose in, my coaching, but if I really was taking the obvious next action step, I wouldn't be focusing on trying to fix my finances. I'd be focusing on serving others. And that's actually the magic that changed. When I started focusing on others, I turned that month from $2,000 to 20, I think it was 27,000 the next month. Because of how I was choosing to show up, because of I was choosing to let go of this relationship that I was building with money and trying to fix and come from my current circumstances. Because in that moment, what I was doing is I was choosing that creating money is hard and it's against me and this and that, and I was getting caught up in my stuff. And I'm sharing this with you because we're all human. It doesn't matter how much you teach this work, how much you know this work, how long you've known this work. We all get times when we see ourselves in a space that doesn't serve us. So I'd love for you to just pop in the chat box, what's landing for you so far? What is landing for you so far? Such a great conversation, hey? Such a great conversation because, when we move our focus from fixing and solving, fixing, and we just look at the end result, creating ease and flow with my relationship with money, where focus go, energy, where focus goes, energy flows, 100%. Getting back into creating service rather than focusing on what is not available and the fear of lack. Focus on serving others. Yep. Yep. And so here's what I see. Here's where my visual brain goes, right? We want to be of service to others. That can be by being an artist, it can be by being a coach, it can be like there's so many ways we can be of service to others. We want to be of service to others. So we're here, we want to be in service of others, we get in our own way. So therefore, what happens is we then look at trying to fix and solve, and then our focus goes to I don't have money, can't pay the bills, da 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 da, as opposed to just removing ourselves out of the equation of making it about ourselves and making it about the people that we serve. Because when we go to serve others, we somehow get caught up in ourselves, don't we? Oh, I can't, they'll judge, they'll this, they'll that. Hang on a minute. Are we choosing the choice? The choice is to be of service to others. Anyway, I'm going to be very mindful not to split this conversation into two separate things. Yeah, also relates to other areas as well. When things are not going the way we want, trying to fix it, need to shift my focus to the end result. 100%. And you want it just because. Just because. No other reason. It would be fun. So easy to fall right back into that path of least resistance. Just need to stay in your heart. Yep, focusing on how I can serve, stop falling into the egoic identity that wants to figure it all out. Yeah, we don't need to figure it all out, hey. We don't need to figure it all out. So we're going to have a meeting with money. Who wants to have a meeting with money? Who wants to sit down, have a chat with money, and build a relationship with money that is just like super epic? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, please. Because, relationships are important, aren't they? Having good relationships are important, whether it's with our loved ones, a good relationship with ourselves, and a great relationship with money. So we're going to sit down, we're going to have a meeting with money. It's time to talk. It's time to have a chat. It's time to have a chat and to see where each other's at, right? So I want you to imagine that money is sitting in front of you or across the table from you, however you imagine it. Just like money, just, it's there, it's sitting in front of you. And I would love for you to go ahead and close your eyes if you can. I know for some of you are driving, so clearly you're not going to close your eyes, but you can still just, use your imagination. And but those of you that can, just close your eyes. And just imagine that you are sitting where you're sitting, and you're having this meeting with money. Money's sitting in front of you or across the table. And just notice money like it's sitting in a circle. So we'll do circle work. So imagine money like it's sitting in a circle, and it holds all the all the information, the energy, and everything around money. And I'm going to ask you some questions. Notice what money's image is like. Is it someone or something? Just notice what that image looks like. On that chair, what does money look like to you? And then just notice, how do you feel sitting across from money. Notice your attitude and energy towards it. And you can just keep your eyes closed and just stay in it. What is your goal from money? What is it that you want from it? What is the outcome that you want with money? What beliefs do you have? Just, be true, unpack them. Maybe they're beliefs that don't serve or do serve. Like, just what are your beliefs that pop up relative to money? And just feel what it's like sitting across from money. Maybe notice in that money sitting there in front of you, just imagine that it's that amount that you decided. Just imagine that it's that amount that you decided. Just for this little bit. And how does that feel? Like, what beliefs do you have relative to that amount of money that you decided that you wanted to create just because? Now I want you to come back. What did you notice? What did you notice? Type in the chat box. Let me know. What did you notice about your feelings towards money, the beliefs that you have around money? What did you notice about the money just sitting there in front of you? Did it feel like it was outside of you? Did it feel like it was hard to get? Like, there's no wrong answer, by the way. There's no trickery of direction of how you should go with this. This is just your observation. Ah, interesting. You're surprised that you wanted it to stay put, just stay there. That is very interesting. What did you notice? Greedy, can't have it, not attainable, not available for me, not connected. It was so big and I was so small. Interesting. I'm loving this. This is good stuff. Yeah. It was hard, heavy, just wanted money to come to me. You wanted money to like you, to flow to me easily and effortlessly. Looked like my mother and immediately felt stressed, fear, and it's hard. Tried to feel having it, I tried to feel having it would make me more worthy of it. Not. I quickly corrected myself. Interesting. Yeah, wanted to be friends and go do some fun things. Beautiful. Okay, so good stuff. Good stuff. So now we're going to go into money. you're going to allow yourself to be in the seat of money and become money, and looking at you in front of, you being money. So go ahead and close your eyes. And just imagine that you are in the seat of money. You've now become the seat that you were looking at before. You're now in that seat. You are money. And just become money. Breathe it in. Be money. Be the money. And just seeing as you're breathing in money, seeing through money's eyes, breathing through being money, just noticing that you are sitting in the chair in front of money, because you've now become money. You've now become money. You no longer identify as you're identifying as that money. And as money, looking in front of you at the chair of the human in front of money, which is you're the human being, what do you notice? How does it feel to be money sitting across from you? What beliefs does money have about you? And just notice as money, notice the energy coming from that person in the chair. And how does that feel like for money to feel that energy from that person sitting in that chair? What does money want for you? What's the outcome? What's the outcome that as money you want for this human sitting in front of you? What does money believe about you? And when you get that, come back and fill me in. What did that feel like? Being money and looking at that human being in the seat in front of money, at that human, at that you. Felt uncomfortable. What did you notice? I feel like you don't want me around, but I just want to make you happy. Interesting, isn't it? Money wanted to be all over me. Why are you always limiting yourself? Interesting, isn't it? Because what was the outcome? What was the outcome when you were embodied as being money and looking at the human in front? What was the outcome that money wanted for you? Money chuckles back to ask, what good am I just to sit there? 100%. I love that. I love the word chuckles. I have not heard that word for so long, and that word makes me happy. Oh, I love it. Money wanted to flow to me like a river and have fun with me. Nice. The money wants me to be happy, free, and have enormous fun. Open yourself up to me. Looking in the wrong direction. Don't feel worried. Don't value myself, not allow myself to have it. Beautiful. This is good stuff. Hey, this is so good. So now we're going to build the relationship between you and money, allowing you and money to come together, to be friends, to be holding hands, to be giving each other a hug, to be working in synergy. Yeah? Does that sound good? Because we've got very two clear indications of how you are showing up, how money is showing up, and really they both want the same thing. You want the same thing, money wants the same thing. So we're going to imagine through superconscious, we're going to have like a relationship counseling session with money. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. The counselor, the counselor, and there's you and money, and because they want the same thing. Yeah, you and money want the same thing. So I want you to imagine, this is what's going to happen before you close your eyes, is you're going to imagine like you have that you and money sitting in front of you. So you now are becoming the wise counselor. You're becoming super conscious. So you're detaching yourself from you and money, and you're looking at you and money in front of you. So they're still two separate things. So I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. And just notice to each side of you as the wise counselor that you have the human being, which is, you, and then you have money. And as you as a wise counselor, a super conscious wise counselor, as you sit with these two energies, I just want you to notice what you're seeing. Just notice what you're seeing in these two energies. And now focus on money. Notice what money is, what it desires. How money feels. What money believes. What money believes about itself. And then on the other side is this incredible human being. So as the wise superconscious counselor, looking to the other chair, this incredible human who has these beautiful visions, who has this life that they're just so passionate about creating creating extraordinary choices, and they have all these beautiful desires and this big heart. And just notice what this human wants. The outcome that they want. And just absorb everything about these two energies, about what they both want, what the money wants, what this incredible human being wants. And as the wise counselor, I want you to look specifically at this human being, this person, and ask, do you truly desire to have help with creating your choices? Do you want a partner to help you have what it is that you desire? Do you want that? And then asking this question, what stories do you need to put to rest? What stories does that human need to put to rest? What sayings do they need to let go of or forget? What beliefs do they need to let go of? And just feel those shifts within your body. Now, staying as being the wise superconscious counselor. Now, shift your attention to money. And I want you to observe, what is money? Where does money come from? Money comes from humans giving value to others, giving something to someone that wants, that they want to pay for it. It's a measurement. So inform the person that's sitting in that chair. You must give people what they want to pay for. Money is as abundant as the abundance of human beings on this earth. Money is just measuring the value given. Send all the insight and understanding to the you, that beautiful, incredible human that's sitting in the other chair. Just notice that some people make money because other humans want to buy their art. Some people make money because others want to learn from them. Some people make money because someone wants to buy their house or their car. Money is as abundant as humans have problems and desires. Now, with staying with having your eyes closed and just imagining that you're standing up out of your super conscious wise counselor chair, and you go back and you sit in the chair of that incredible human being, the you, and looking at money. Is it evil? No, it's just an exchange. Money doesn't have a consciousness. It just flows to people. It can't be blamed for bad things. If people don't have much money, it's not money's fault. Humans might do silly things with money or show up in a particular way with money, but it's not money's fault. It's the humans that create it. And just ensure that this is landing for you, in your chair. And just ensure that you're connecting into the fact that the bad energy, the negative beliefs, the stories, the fears around money isn't in fact the money, because it can't be. Because money is just a thing. Noticing that money's always wanted to be friends. And notice now how these two chairs start to come together. The human, the you, and the money, allowing them to start to come together. And knowing that they both want the same thing. To work together to create great things. To give value to other humans. To live an extraordinary life. Full of fun and wonder and joy and fulfillment. And as you embrace being in your own body in this moment in time, and just notice now what it's like looking across the table at money. How does it feel to be sitting with money and to be friends with money? And as you feel that connection and that friendship, and knowing that you both have the same outcome, that same desire, feeling like money is connected to you, it's part of you, I invite you to go ahead and visualize being in the end result of your financial choice. And as you're in the end result of your financial choices, allowing yourself to be in the vision. What does it look like and how does it feel? How are you living your life being in the end result of your financial choice. And that's your financial choice that you have if you've got your true choices. No, wealth beyond your wildest dreams, or whatever your wording is. Just tune into that vision. How are you living life? What are you creating? And as an observation, just visualizing in front of you your current reality like it's sitting in front of you. And just an acknowledgement, just feeling the space between your current reality and your desired reality. And imagine visualizing connecting a bridge from your current reality to your desired reality. And ask yourself the question, how did I get from there in my current reality to being here in my desired reality? What is some guidance and some information that serves me being in the end result of this choice? When you get it, take a nice big deep breath in and out, opening your eyes, coming back. Let me know. Let me know what your experience was. There's a lot, right? We went through a lot. How does your relationship feel to money? What guidance did you get that supports the bridge? So much better. Stay on track and do your webinar every week as planned. Nice. How do you feel about money now? Do you feel like you see, it's interesting, isn't it? The value is inside of me. Yes, it is. It is. It so is. Relax. Allow it to flow. More relaxed and connected. I love it. I love it. You see, the truth is, even in times when we might be feeling like we're struggling financially, we're still abundant. Man, we have freedom. We are not locked in a cage. We have a roof over our head. We have food on our table. We have the internet. We have a phone. We are so friggin' abundant. It's crazy. And yet we're focused on, I can't pay my bills, or I'm not abundant. I can't do this because my current circumstance is this right now. And it's just such rubbish. Our current reality doesn't hold. It's not limited. Like, that's not the limitation of our potential. It's a far cry from it. Yeah, it is easy peasy. It is easy peasy. Money doesn't come to someone that does perfect posts. Money doesn't just come to a perfectionist or someone that is liked more than someone else. It's just a thing, and it's a measurement. When we give, when I chose to just be of service to others and give my knowledge and my wisdom and go all in on that, that's when things unlocked. I'm not saying that every single month was $27,000 last year. It wasn't. But what I will tell you is funnily enough, the more I'm in service of others and giving them value, the more money comes in. My focus isn't on the money. My focus is changing people's lives. My focus is to help people to crack past their limitations and really elevate into their highest potential in life and self. What an awesome conversation. Trusting in myself and just being in my end result. Yes, nice. What else landed? What were your takeaways? What were your takeaways? What stood out for today in our conversation? What stood out for you? Give me some feedback. Yeah. So as you're typing in, so by the way, next Friday, my side of the world, next Friday, I'm going to be doing that extra session that I talked about. So this session is the in behind the scenes of Rochelle's world. It reminds me of Wayne's World. Did anyone watch that many years ago? Mine will be a bit different to Wayne's World. I love that, Bria. Yeah, you don't have to change who you are. So it's a little bit of a in behind the scenes of my world and how I've sort of put my focus for this year, how I've sort of unpacked things a bit, how I've created my flow of offerings. So this is really for anyone that wants to do or is doing any kind of mentoring, coaching, anything kind of that, that way focused, and you just kind of want to pick my brain. Well, there'll be time to pick my brain. It's going to be super relaxed. It's going to be really relaxed conversation. But after a conversation, I think it was on lenses this week, that some people are like, yeah, I would like a little bit more info. So it's really about my lens for the year and how I've held myself aligned and focused to stay on track. I'm an ideas gal. I'm always coming up with ideas, and I could easily go from this to that to that to that and never get anywhere. But I'm figuring myself out and how to stay super aligned and focused. So if you want to join, there was a post that Joe put up yesterday. The link is in the calendar as well. And if for whatever reason you can't see the link, because I think it was put in the inner circle, which not everyone has connection to, so I'll actually make sure that she puts one up in the academy as well, so you've got it. So also, with that being said, if you know any other coaches, this is just going to be focused for success. That's exactly it. Bring anyone else along. They don't have to be in our group. Bring anyone along. I'm all for helping as many people as possible. So if you know anyone that's a coach, basically it's for anyone that is a coach or a mentor or something along those lines. It's actually 11:30 Friday my time, so it'll be like 8:30, 9:30 your time. Yep, bring as many people as you like. I want to help as many people as possible. So if anyone is in that kind of line of creation and they're not super nailing it in their workspace, then I think they will certainly get some kind of value out of what I'm going to take you all through. So yeah, love you all. And those that are in my inner circle, I will see you all soon. Bye for now. Yes, it's in school. It is in school. Love you all. Bye.